Hello YouTube, back again with another unboxing. This time we have the next product available from Stonemaier in their quarterly debut, and we have Wingspan Pockets, which is basically a faster playing version of Wingspan. Um, the mechanics are a little bit different, but basically you get the same kind of feel of collecting food and playing your birds, putting the bird cards down, and then activating your brown abilities. Um, but let me show you what's in the box, and then I'll explain a little bit of the gameplay. It is 1 to 5 players, ages 8 and up, and it takes about 25 to 35 minutes. It just depends if your players know what they're doing. Okay. So first we got the instructions right here, rules video and everything. Real detailed, really explaining everything. And I'm assuming he did this. I mean, they're really good at doing this for like retail purposes for people that have never probably played board games, to explain every single thing. If you've already played Wingspan, the video tutorial would be more than enough. Even that once, I mean, you kind of get the gist of it. But yeah, it explains everything, the turns, has reference, and then the end game scoring right here. Okay. Then we have the rules for the automa. Believe it or not, this is a one-player game also, 1 to 5. So you can play solo against the game with the automa. Okay. And then we have player reference cards. So it tells you on your turn how to activate. Every turn you're going to be activating any brown cards. Okay, shows you the anatomy of the bird, the setup. And in the back, it's going to show you each of the symbols that are on the cards. Pretty much explains every symbol right here. Some of them might be a little bit different, but I mean, if it says a specific food, it's a specific food, stuff like that. But yeah, very nice. And these are bigger cards, than a regular card. So this is a regular card size right here. Let me pull this out real quick. This is the first player marker. So this is a regular card, and this is the rules or reference sheet for the players. So it's a little bigger, but again, beautiful feeling, beautiful materials. Stonemaier games. I mean, they always knock it out of the park with their quality. Jamie does an excellent job. And may I say, these cards, linen finish. I mean, these are great for shuffling. I don't know if you played the regular Wingspan or any other version, but their cards are usually so good when it comes to shuffling. They're very flexible, very good for shuffling, very nice, sturdy. Okay, but here we got the deck. Okay, um, this is the gold display. You're gonna have some gold cards right now. That's for the advanced, right? But if you've played Wingspan, you pretty much are used to golds every round. And then we got the Automa card, the Automa nest. Okay, on the back of each player's nest, these are the player nests, the player cards. On the back, this is the front. On the back of every nest is the scoring sheet. So when the game is done, when someone plays their sixth bird, you're just gonna flip this over, and you're gonna be able to mark. You're gonna grab 2 eggs, separate eggs, not from the ones that you have. You're gonna grab 2 other eggs and do the scoring to mark it that way. Really handy, really nice. Yeah, then we got all the Automa cards. And then we have so Wingspan Pocket, you're gonna see food on one side, birds on the other. Okay, that's how they made it super light and super travel. So think of it. I mean, kind of like basically it's the most popular equivalent that I can think of is like a point salad. Um, it's where you're gonna have the double-sided cards. So you're gonna have stacks of food, and then next to every stack of you're gonna have 4 stacks of food, and then next to every stack you're gonna have a bird showing. And then if someone takes a bird, you just flip over the next bird, and that's gonna be the next bird. And you can choose between food or a bird. Okay. That's pretty much the way the game is played. It's super nice, super fast. Um, Again, made specifically for that reason. If you notice, there's very little text down here. Okay, they made it again with just symbols for the most part. There's some text just to clarify stuff, but it's very little. Everything is symbol oriented, so that way it's way faster. You're not bogged down with any like, what does this card do like exactly? It's and like I said, all the symbols are referenced on the sheet. Super easy to get. So, anyways, we have all of these. So, as you can tell, this is not going to be compatible with regular Wingspan. Okay, you're going to have to just play these cards with this game. All right, but that's just half of the deck. Let me show you the other half. It's a big stack of cards. Let me see if the rules say how many cards there are. Real quick, hold on. You have, you know what? It doesn't say how many cards you're supposed to have. Oh, maybe in the back of the box. I'll check the back of the box right now. All right. So this is the other half of the deck. Look at this. Nothing but birds. Much. I love ostriches. Or a greater Rhea. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of birds, and these are basically like the greatest hits that Elizabeth chose um, to pretty much from all the other expansions that she did. She even included birds that from an expansion that has not come out yet. So that's nice. Yeah, I mean, we have all kinds of different birds from different expansions. Super nice. And like I said, even the cost is different. They're different than regular Wingspan. But yeah. And then the backs, like I said, there are all kinds of different foods. So you have single food cards, and then you're gonna have double food cards, which counts as either or. You can't have both. But yeah, you got all the basic food right there. So you're gonna have this big stack split into 4. Okay, so you're gonna have 4 stacks face down like this. After you pass out the starting cards, everybody starts their hand with 6 cards. Then you're gonna have 4 stacks, like equally as much as you can. And then, like I said, you're gonna flip over. You're gonna have 4 food stacks, and then you're gonna flip over 1 bird card, and for each stack, and then that's it. So you're gonna be able to choose from 4 birds or 4 food at a time. The birds, they don't replenish until after your turn. The food, once you take one, of course, whatever's underneath it is fair game. Yeah. And then let's check out the eggs. These eggs are really nice. They are wood. They're not metal or stone like some of the other expansions or egg packs. These are wood eggs, but check these out. Okay, they're speckled with gold flake or gold paint. So it's like a pink, like a light pink color with gold. I don't know if you can really tell it from the glare. You can see the glare of the gold. Shiny. Really nice. Really nice. So normally what I do with my eggs is my wife likes the different color eggs. So I had bought the other speckled pack, and then all the other eggs that have come from all the other expansions. I have the nesting box, so I just throw it in one bag, mix them all up, and then I draw like a certain amount per game. I'll probably mix these in and then draw some new eggs from there. Um, yeah, these are super nice. Okay, and then we have the player markers, one in each color. It's a feather. Okay. wooden pieces, really nice, thick. 5 different colors. It's a 5-player game. And then we have the goal cards, which are part of the advanced setup. But like I said, if you play Wingspan, I mean, these are pretty much, and they are double-sided also. So before they were tiles, now they're little cards, which actually I prefer these little cards more than tiles. But I mean, tiles you can throw in a bag. That's what I do. I have a little bag for the tiles. But these cards, you just shuffle them. Just show the blue part. Have someone pick 2, and that's the 2 that you play with. The only exception with these is that in order for the cards to count, they have to have an egg on them, and it gives you reminders right here. You get 1 victory point per egg on a bird with, and it tells you this the goal, right? So 1 victory point per egg on a bird with, in this case, a cherry or rainbow in cost. Okay, and it still tells you the percentages of the goals, which are nice. Okay, see, worth odd points. Okay, very nice, very nice cards. Okay, very interesting. And that's it. That's all that's in there. Like I said, it's just a stack of cards, the player nest, and then the gold cards, and that's pretty much it. And the eggs, you know. And you're ready to go out the door, baby. And like I said, they called it pocket. It does not fit in a pocket. Just telling you right now. Like again, this is the standard size of a card. You can see how big it is. Okay, this will not fit in your pocket. I mean, unless you have those huge jeans with those giant pockets, but not gonna. Anyways, we have 106 double-sided bird and food cards. I mean, guys, the replayability is off the charts with this because um, when you draw a card, if you draw a food card, you leave it as a food, right? So if I draw this, it stays as a food. So throughout the game, I have no idea what this is unless I discard it, it comes back up as a bird, right? So that's the great thing is, there's going to be a lot of cards that you're not even going to see um, until you play multiple games, which is great. Great, 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 great. And then we have the 60 eggs. Yeah, that's it. And it's super simple, guys, like right here. See, this is how you play. Okay, remember you have those 4 stacks, right, of food, and then you have the 4 birds next to them. And then right here is your play area. You're going to start off with just this, and then as you play cards, or as you play birds, you're going to add 1, and then add 1, and you're going to keep moving right. But every single time, every single turn, you're going to take one of these actions. And after taking one of those actions, which let me show you, sorry, you're going to be able to play a card or play a bird, draw any 2 cards. You can mix and match between food and birds, or you can lay up to 3 eggs. But either way, after you do one of these actions, you activate your row. So use your nest to play a bird, draw eggs or other cards, and then you activate from left to right. So you're going to move your feather down to remind you which card you're on. And every brown power is going to get an activation. Okay? And then after someone plays their 6th bird, everyone scores points. All right? Everyone's going to get the same amount of turns. So it's fair. Okay? But that's it. That's the game. Super easy. I played. We just finished playing a game of it. I really liked it. Now that I know how some stuff works, I for sure I'm not gonna be playing. I'm not gonna be playing the green cards in it. So green cards are new to this game, and basically they give you an ongoing ability. So, like for instance, let's see if I can find one real quick. My goodness, here we go. All right. So copy a green power. Oh, copy a green power. Here we go. Let's do this one. So ignore one worm in bird costs. So that's an ongoing ability. For the rest of the game, you can ignore one worm in bird costs. All right. So those green cards are, yes, they're powerful, right? But you don't want to fill your row with them because you want to activate your birds. You want to activate those brown abilities on your birds. And if you've played a bunch of uh, green abilities on those birds or bird cards with green abilities, you're not going to be able to when you activate. You're not going to be able to activate anything, which is going to like really slow you down. So I would suggest, you're gonna go up to 6 cards. I would suggest max amount of green um, powers be at 2 maximum, maybe just 1, and then for sure start off with a brown card if you can. I know you want to try to maximize your green ability, but trust me, from what I've played and stuff, it's gonna be better for you if you just play a brown card first, because the brown ability it really does help you. The brown abilities really do help you. But that's it, guys. So that is again Wingspan Pocket. The price point is another thing that is great about this. Um, it's under $20, guys, for this game, which is fantastic, fantastic. For the amount of stuff that you get in here and the amount of playability, 100% worth it. So if you're a fan of Wingspan, or you've maybe been on, by this time, you either know whether you like Wingspan or not. But let's say you're new, or you've been on the fence for all these years. I for one, can totally relate because I was late to Wingspan also. You've seen my other videos where I talk about that with Wingspan. Is I was late. I was years and years late to Wingspan, to the hype. I thought it was just hype. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't really pay attention to the game. And then I played it and I fell in love with the game. So then I, started getting everything. But let's just say you're like me and you've ignored it this whole time, and you see this one, you see that it's a little bit shorter, or you've played it and maybe you don't like the time length, or maybe the way it the three having to take care of the 3 different rows and stuff like that. This might be right up your alley, guys. Okay, and again, for the price point, the amount of players, the amount of stuff that you get, the content, the quality, stonemaier hit it out of the park, and I really like it. It's deeper than you think. It's easy enough that even my 7-year-old played it, had a great time with it. He almost won. He was the only him and my other 9-year-old were the only ones to get 6 birds, um, and they almost won. I it's such a great game. Highly recommend. And like I said, the price point and everything, perfect for stocking stuffers, family, stuff like that. Highly recommend. So this is Wingspan Pocket. In the comments, guys, let me know if you're going to be getting one. Let me know what your favorite bird is from either the Wingspan Pocket you just saw or from the main Wingspan. All right. But please like the video, comment, share it if you can, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks, guys.